Well, as you can see, I am fighting a Sabertooth cat. Notice how I only really use the special attack when fighting this one. By the way, when you are a Sabertooth cat, do not use the pounce attack. It gives wolves like me a very good window to get in while you're on cooldown. The pause swipe attack has no such issue. Here you can just watch me try to bait them into chasing me so they can use up all of their stamina. And then this black one joins in. During this period, I switched targets onto the black one because it seemed to be way less smart with conserving your stamina. Remember to never chase down wolves for too long or you'll run out of stamina just like this black saber. Notice how I make these twists and turns to specifically get behind the saber. Running right through the Sabertooth cat is a risky idea because it can result in you getting hit if you aren't smart about it. I switch targets to this oak Sabertooth cat. You can just see how little damage the pounce attack is doing. This was an odd group because the black saber was less good at managing stamina, but the oak saber was pretty good at managing their stamina. But yet they're both not playing correctly. Here I go in for a bite while he's resting. He hits me due to desync, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. So I juke him a little bit and managed to get a few hits on him. Remember that my latch attack does bleed. Now we're going to look at this. I keep on focusing on the oak saber because I am wanting it. I'm trying to get it on low health. As a wolf, it's very important to only really target one, though I do switch targets on occasion. Here, I think he runs out of stamina, and he's forced into a trot, which lets me get a few hits in. Periodically, I also do rest, because I've tried to do this a few times, where just I go in, and then I just run out of stamina mid-fight, and like another saber wanders up and just hits me to death afterwards. So it's important to watch your stamina too. Around here, the oak saber cat had disengaged and was trying to find somewhere where it could safely heal. Unfortunately though, I lose it in the thick foliage, and thus switch targets onto the black saber. Here, as you can see, the black saber has wasted his entire stamina bar trying to keep up with me, so I use his stupidity to go in for a few bites. And by the way, water camping like that is not very effective when you are a Sabertooth cat. It's way more effective when you're one of the herbivores, where you're taller and can force the carnivores to swim before they can get to you. I'm keeping an eye on him as I rest up and regenerate some of my stamina bar. And then I go back to re-engage with him. See, he's trying to run away here because I got him really, really low. And you can just notice how much better the pause swipe attack is. But also, here's where when his teammate comes in the fight. See, this is the advantage of fighting in a pack. And when you have more members, they can just like go back to heal, while the other member can just fight in the meanwhile. And eventually it will wear you out, like it did for me. But as I was saying, another advantage of using the pause swipe over the pounce attack is that it applies bleed to the wolf. I can guarantee you that none of them had me marked, because if they did, they would have seen me. The oak does try to fight me. Now here they're both wasting their stamina, but notice how I don't really turn around to try to hit trade with them. Instead, I just run away and let them waste it all. When someone is laying down in this game, fighting them during delay will actually cause them to drain more stamina. Doing this will keep them low on stamina and allow me to get free hits in. So I focus more on the black one and juke this oak saber cat who was trying to attack me a few times before going in. Here the oak Sabertooth cat is sprinting while trying to keep up with me. But if he wanted to defend his buddy, it'd be the best idea to not chase after me, and instead just sit nearby his buddy and try to hit trade with me when I go in for bites. But due to his current strategy, he runs out of stamina and I'm able to just freely get bites in on his friend, who actually overshoots through that tree, and I'm able to get a few more good bites in. Here, I'm actually in one-shot range after he hit me with his paw swipe, so I do unfortunately need to disengage. And yet, also fortunately for me, the oak saber doesn't track me down. However, I'm still confident that I could potentially win, and because I know that the black saber must be low, so I sneak closer, marking the black saber, and then I try to go in to apply more damage. Though this doesn't really end all too well for me, as the oak saber uses his paw swipe attack, and as you can see, that got me really, really low. I need to disengage now, knowing that I can't really kill the black saber for as long as the oak saber is nearby. After healing, I go in to track them both down, fortunately finding the black saber all alone. And then he goes into the water. Now, again, about water camping, it isn't very effective if you're a saber-toothed cat fighting dire wolves, especially if it's water that you need to swim in. While he's swimming, I'm literally just able to tail ride him and spam my fight attack. And there's nothing he can do, especially since he's all out of stamina. Remember to never, ever, ever do this as a saber-toothed cat, or else this is what's going to happen to you. Another reason water camping is ineffective is just because if you die, you can't really body deny the carnivore, because La Brea has a special system where bodies stay afloat in deep water. Take note of how I maneuver around the saber-toothed cat while attempting to kill it, and how I bait it into chasing me. I juke it in efforts to try and get a bite in, though I do miss a few times. It does eventually work, and he continues to waste his stamina, though he pauses. When he does, I go in to harass him more, which prompts him again into starting to chase me. Notice his movements here. He's not making as tight a circles as he needs to reach me, and I'm able to easily tail ride him. Notice how I take advantage of the pounce cooldown to go in for a bite without much worry of potentially hit trading with him. And how I twist around him in order to land these blows. It is also important to know that he has to let me do this in order for me to win. It is very easy to fend off wolves. Don't ever become a sitting duck like him and just like say, please spare me. You don't need to be spared, you can just kill the wolf. All of the bleed stacks I apply eventually kill them, and I earn the meal. Well anyway, that's how you fight saber-toothed cat players. When you're in a pack, you can rely on your packmates to dish out blows, even if you do get injured. Here, one of my packmates does almost die to the saber-toothed cat's pause wipe attack. However, the rest of the pack kills the saber-tooth before it can actually kill any of our other members. He makes an effort to retreat to a tree that he could climb, but unfortunately, he didn't choose the right one. Remember to disengage from huge wolf packs as soon as possible. He did the right thing by running, but he should have chosen a more easily climbable tree.